Hey folks, AJ the CEO here, and in this video we got ourselves a new IP joystick from, and again I'm gonna butcher their name because I don't know the proper way to pronunciate the name, but it's AVideoOne, AVID1. So again, my apologies on the naming, but we got this IP joystick. We're gonna go ahead and check it out, see what features it comes with, how to set it up, what's in the box, and all that good stuff. So let's go. Hey folks, AJ the CEO here. This is your first time stopping by the channel. Thanks for stopping by on this channel. We focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron or a YouTube member by clicking one of the links down below. So we got this here. And honestly, this came right on time because I have my FOMACO here right behind me, and I have a regular RS-232 controller, which personally I don't like the fact that I have to have plugged in with the joystick, and I have a RS-232. It just gets in the way of having to have multiple cables. So this came right on time. So this is going to be added to my studio here. But let's go ahead and open this up here and let's see what is inside. Alrighty, we got our box here. We got everything opened up. Let's see what's inside. We have ourselves a plug here, an adapter plug, thinking that this most likely could support multiple countries, but I think I only got the US one. Alright, so we got the plug here. I'm gonna try not to use that because I don't want to use it. We got our RS-422 adapter, and we got ourselves the joystick. And boy, this thing is in here. Now again, this is said it is an IP joystick, so meaning that it can be connected to the network and we'll be able to get connectivity that way. So we're going to push that and test that out. So we flip this around and hopefully y'all can see this. Let's zoom in a little bit here. All right, so we have a RS-422 and 485 Ethernet connection. We have a regular IP connection, and that's for Tally. So I'm assuming this is for Tally. And we have a typical RS-232. So I'm going to test both to see if I can control this with the existing RS-232 controller or not. Here is the power in and on off. But the first thing, let's check out all the buttons here as well too. All right, we have a lock menu, BLC. The name that's going to come to me here in a second. We got 3 function keys. We got an autofocus, one push autofocus. We have our focus knob near and far. We have our auto white balance, one push white balance, auto exposure, iris control, setup, PTZ speed, search inquiry, cam, preset, reset, and call. So I'm guessing we can set preset positions with this, and we have our dial pad, joystick, a little rocker here for zooming in and out, and a twist knob for zooming in and out, and a push button at the top. Really straightforward. So now let me go ahead and turn on my FOMACO here, and then let's also first get this chair out the way. And I'm stepping over my green screen so that I don't trip on it, because that would not be cool. And let me unhook my printer up under here. And I want to see, well actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to unplug this line because this is going to my PoE switch. So the first thing we want to see, can this be powered over PoE to where we don't need this plug? So we're going to go ahead and plug into IP. And let's see, nothing is coming on, but let's see. Yep, PoE powered. So boom, there we go. That saves ourselves some settings here. Well, frees us up with some cables, that is. All right. Alrighty, so let's go through our network here and let's set everything up. We're going to go to menu, and that one doesn't work. Oh, setup. All right, it's set to IP. So let's zoom in a little bit because y'all can't see that menu. Hopefully y'all can see that. I can't get any closer with it. But what we're going to do is change this over from static to DHCP. All right, and we just got an IP address. So cool. LED mode, what is that? Oh, that turns this on and off. Okay, that's cool. Theme, we have a color 1. Okay, so that's almost like a dark mode. That's a gray mode. And I'm wondering, actually the gray seems to show up better on my camera. No, actually the black does. So I'm gonna leave it there, but we'll come back to that. Let's see how many other modes it is. That's 4. Okay, so 4 modes. So I'm gonna keep it on black. Now, here is the assign key, which I'm assuming those are the function buttons. All right, so this one is set to PT reset, mute, and power. Interesting. We'll come back to that to see which one is which. All right. What else? We got our version. Okay. Track loop. I'm not exactly sure what that is for. All right. So we're back here. So those are all the settings that we got. So now, because my PTZ is on, let's go ahead and go to search and see if we can find it. I'm going to use Visca IP. And there it goes. So let's go ahead and set that, add ID. I'm going to change that to 1. And call. Okay, it says it's connected. So let's see. We zoom over here, and I'm going to go ahead and try and zoom out a little bit, and let's see. We're going to have everything on here. Yep, and there we go. Awesome sauce. All right, so now I already have some preset positions in here. So let's see if now those are stored in the camera. So let's do a call 0. And it timed out. Maybe I had the wrong camera. So call 1. Okay, actually I had it wrong. So the call is connecting to the camera. So now I need to do preset, enter a number first. Okay, that's what it's saying. So we're going to do 0 preset. Or maybe it should be 0 call. And I think I might have overwrote my position. So let's do 1 call. And I think that was it. I think I messed up my positions here. So let's do 1 call again, which should be the zoom here. It's when I'm sitting there at the table. 1 call. Okay, that's what it is. I got to do the number, then one of the position buttons. Okay, so I need to reset my zoom in on my LED light. All right, and I do like the size of this as well too. Really small compared to the other one I got. Let's zoom in just a little bit more. So we're gonna do 0 preset. So now that position is set. So now let's do one call. All right, that moved it here. Now let's see if the preset we just did. So that would be 0 call. And there we go. Cool. So that moves everything back. Now I do like the fact there is no sound, but I think that is off. Or it might not have it at all. Which honestly, it doesn't really matter. That's fine. But yeah, really, really nice. I like the size, the compactness of here. So let me grab my other one and let's show you what originally I was working with. This is a classic HuddleCam PTZ joystick that requires power. So if we put these side by side, as you can see, a lot smaller. And the fact that, honestly, the fact that it's powered by PoE is, I love it. I've been doing everything with PoE. It just saves you so much. It frees up outlets and all this other stuff like that. So now we got that. Now I'm going to move this over here. And I guess I should turn on my other camera. Well, no, let's use the PTZ for that. All right. So what I'm going to do is try and hook this up directly with my and let's actually use the rocker here. I'm going to try and hook this up with my RS-232 and let's see how that performs. So let's go ahead, and this is said by default this is power. Oh, that's the camera power off. Oh wow, I like that. So let's turn that back on. I like that. I like that. And I didn't put my phone on mute. All right, so we got the camera back on. So let me unplug this. Well, actually, let's turn this off. And then we're going to move this over. And I'm going to connect this to my... I need to make another cable. I'm going to connect this directly to the RS-232. And I don't believe I have a cable with PoE here next close to this so that I can use it. So let's go ahead and use the power plug for right now. And we'll connect this. Turn my fan off. All right, and let's see. Now, because I mean, I'm testing this mainly to see if this would be a viable solution if you already have like a typical joystick and you want something with a smaller footprint, or you want one to be able to control a physical connection and maybe move over to an IP-based one. You never know. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. I have no way of knowing if this is actually going to work, but that's what we do to test. So let me plug this in here. Power this on. All right, we got power. Now, since I'm connected directly here, there is a camera button. So I'm going to do camera 1. And it's timed out. So I think it may just have that RS-232, but it might not respond to it. Yeah, I don't believe it responds to that setting. Yeah, so I guess this is not RS-232. And again, that really doesn't matter. If I'm wrong, I will let y'all know in a follow-up. But I do like the fact that this is PoE powered. I can keep it plugged in. And this is definitely going to be the camera, the joystick that is now controlling my PTZ. And it can actually fit on my desk instead of me having to pull that joystick up and put it on the floor when I'm in the middle of using it. Presets work, everything like that. So I mean, it's really not much that you can do with a lot of these joysticks. And if we flip on the bottom here, it looks like you could almost take these feet out. Yeah, it actually looks, yeah, like you can step this up here. And my overhead camera died. Change the battery here. All right, so flipping it over, we have some controls on here. Now it does say that it does control RS-232. I'm really wondering about that. It does have a manual, but it's a lot of companies and products have been going to QR codes in the web page. I mean, the manual is on a web page, saves on paper. So I'll check that out real quick. But it has these little feet here that you can actually have this propped up. So that's cool. But let's check this out here on the bottom. Zoom in here a little bit. So as you can see, we have the controls and the settings on here. It says it does control RS-232. So I'm gonna have to test that out a little bit more. But again, I'm really liking that each one of these is a tactile button, so you can push in, has some extra functionality. But I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this. Thank you, AV Video One, or again, apologies for pronouncing the name wrong, A Video One. So I should have looked on the Amazon stuff, or at least pulled down the manual first. I was just so excited to go through this. It says it actually does control RS-232, so I'm gonna try that again. And the price for this is around $548 right now. And the fact that it can control all of these, I think that is awesome. Because again, all the other PTZ controllers that I have been using will be IP, but they won't control RS-232. So that is a big bet to make sure it can still do that, which I am gonna try one more time. But at that price is very competitive with all the other ones that control all of these functionalities, but it also gives you all the other controls that the other ones don't. The other ones that I have they've been ranging around $520 up to $650, and they're IP only. And they give you camera control. So yeah, this one doesn't have any quick access controls to the camera, but it does have all the controls there, just like any other ones, and the added benefit that you do have this other control. So let's try it one more time with the RS-232, and if not, we're gonna have to revisit that to make sure we can get it working before I can ever say that, hey, yes, it does support that. Let's go ahead and get this all plugged in. All right, so we got it plugged in. It was already set to our camera number one because of the original joystick. So if we do a camera inquiry, okay, I'm here. I wonder. Okay, yeah, when I went to inquiry, I can actually change the setting. And I know this adapter won't let me stretch that far. But if I went to inquiry, and I'll set it back up here so you can actually see it. I just want to see if I can actually get it controlled. All right, so we're going to change it to VSCA now. That's a setting. And set that. We got the port. It does have RS-232. I do call. So now we're on RS-232 settings, and there's our control. So yes, it does work with all of them. So now let me turn this off, and we're going to move this back over there, hook it back up so I can show you that whole setting in the menu, and then we will be done with this video. So what I did is I went to inquiry, and here is where I can change the protocol. So I changed it to VSCA, and originally it was VSCA IP. That's how I can use the IP function of this. But if we did have something connected, we could do that. and that's for each camera. So I can say camera number 1 is using Visca, which is a RS-232 connection, and then hey, it might be the next camera ID number 1 or number 2 is something completely different, and you can set it that way. So again, that is awesome. And out of the other cameras I've used, I have not seen one that allows me to do all of that functionality with just one joystick. Either all of them had to be IP, all of them have to be RS-232 daisy chained with each other. Now again, that is based on the cameras I have used. It's possible that there could have been other cameras, but joysticks that have the same functionality, but this is the first one that I have used. So again, thank you so much for sending this to me, because I'm definitely going to put some use into this, and you never know, I might actually use this on a couple of upcoming installs that I have in next week. And the fact that this could be, I like to have the exact same type of joystick because I have a dual environment I'm going to install it in. So this could be inside the sanctuary connected over IP, but then this other one will be in the fellowship hall that has a direct connection to it. You never know. So again, thank you so much for sending this. If you're interested in it, link is going to be down below that you can pick one up yourself. And if you do get one, please leave a comment, or if you're using one, leave a comment and just let everybody know what's your experience using them. So again, thank you so much. If you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell, that way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. We will catch you on the next video. Later.